Sleeps tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
That you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, with a higher BAC than your ABV, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Always higher. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's the Unfiltered Gentleman. We are coming to you, not live, but in living color. Mm-hmm. I'm Greg. That's Scott.
What's up, guys?
Oh, and that's Dan.
What up?
Dan does not have sound effects.
I know. I already poured my beer.
Yeah. Scott's overachieving.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for joining in. Sorry, did I cut you off over there? Oh, maybe not. Now I'm hearing things. Big shout out. I guess I'll probably say this wrong. To Manama. It's in Bahrain. Yeah, never heard of it, but They were topping the charts for our listenership last week.
Manama, Bahrain?
Yeah, Bahrain.
Where is that?
In Bahrain.
Oh.
That other country. You think I could have looked that up since they're listening to our show.
No kidding.
But that's nuts. So thank you, our international listeners, for listening to the show and for telling your friends over there in Bahrain. And yeah.
Email us and tell us where the fuck you are.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And let us know what beer you're drinking over there.
Yeah.
Or, like, is it even allowed and stuff? Wonder what they drink over there in Manamana. I had to. It's too easy. So thanks you guys for listening. Let us know what you're drinking. You can always email us, unfilteredgentleman@gmail.com. That easy. And our burp word of the week, for those of you new listeners, we have a burp word of the week. Otherwise, Scott would just throw up into the microphone. So this kind of keeps them in check. And our burp word of the week is grapefruits.
Oh, in honor of Vince McMahon.
That's
I was afraid to be Menomina or something.
Oh, no.
That'd be hard.
Grapefruits.
All right.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Don't forget to show us your beers on social media. # show us your beers. And when you're listening to the show, do us a quick favor. Rate and subscribe to us on iTunes. Even if you don't regularly use iTunes or Apple Podcasts to get your podcast, we still would appreciate the rating and the review. It's this weird algorithm that helps our show look better, and the more people find it, and it's a whole thing.
Correct.
So please do that. And before we get on with the show, one last mention is last week, it was Batch 93. Eric Garcia was on from Eagle Rock Brewing. He's the head brewer there. And if you haven't listened, that's a really fun episode. He's super nerdy and smart when it comes to beer. And if you're going to be a nerd about something, is there anything better than being a nerd about beer?
Of course.
Yeah, that's where to be smart. So go back to Batch 93. Haven't listened to that. Speaking of beer, I'm feeling a little dry over here.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
I will indeed. We spent a couple of weeks laying off the hops after our March Madness IPA tournament.
That's right. Yeah, we needed a little break there.
Yeah, our tongue needed the rest.
Yes.
But we're getting back into the swing of things.
Right on.
Yes, we're starting off with Sierra Nevada's Hazy Little Thing IPA.
Hazy Little Thing.
Yes. 6.7% in the ABV, 40 IBUs, and has a 3.96 on Beer Advocate. From Sierra Nevada, as brewers, we get the privilege to sample our beers straight from the tanks in all their raw glory. Some beers need a little polishing to get ready to go out into the world, while others, the hop-heavy, rowdy crowd pleasers, should be just left alone. We wanted to share this brewery-only treat with you, so we present the Hazy Little Thing, our unfiltered, unprocessed IPA, straight from the tanks and into the can.
Excellent. Right in the can.
Yes, nice can. So this kind of reminds me of like a East Coast IPA light. Like it's not super hazy and chunky like some of the NE IPAs are, but this is a nice ode to the East Coast style. It's definitely cloudy.
It's hazy. It's hazy. I wouldn't. It's not overly hoppy either for whatever reason, and I'm not sure what the IBUs are, but
40.
Okay,
48.
So it tastes about that way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of hops in it, but it's all late addition and dry hopping.
Okay.
So your IBUs come from the beginning of the boil. So if you throw a bunch of hops in early on as you're boiling your wort, that's where you get all your IBUs and your bitterness. Okay. The later the hop, the less bitter you get out of it. And so they did a lot of late addition, like at flame out when they turn off the fire. and then some dry hopping when it was in the fermenter. That's where you get all the fruity, like the juice characters in like an NE IPA. They late hop the shit out of those. So that's where you get, like, this one is very juicy, very tropical.
Yeah.
A little bit of citrus in there.
And it's still a smooth drink, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, it's not that bite.
No, not at all. It's definitely, like, if you're one of those on the fence about IPAs, I think you could handle this quite nicely. It's real juicy. The aroma is very fruity as well. I think my biggest complaint about it is no head to it at all. Like, it just it came up and disappeared immediately.
Oh, okay. Mine's still hanging around.
All right, maybe my can sucked.
Yeah, I don't
or maybe
know.
I didn't pour it right. Maybe I'm just an asshole.
I know. I've been trying to do that, like, purposely now, like, add a little more head just so it'll kind of stick around while I'm drinking it.
Yeah. Everyone likes a little head.
Yeah. I didn't get any head either, so.
Weird.
Yeah.
Story of your life.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
This beer is now available at the hipster bar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Your favorite hipster bar?
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
I think I've had it.
I had it last time I went there.
Cost of admittance, beard.
That's right.
Yeah. That's how you get into the hipster bars, by having a beard.
Yep.
I enjoy this. This is an easy drinker.
Yeah.
I could definitely have this on just about any day with many different types of foods and whatnot. And yeah, nothing wrong with it. Nothing to complain about at all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing
Have
wrong.
it any day and right into the night.
Yes, exactly. Just keep on keeping on.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. We have a bullpen beer coming up. We'll get to that. But we've got some crotch talk to get to. We've got some sports talk. Dan went and saw the Avengers.
Ooh, I did.
Look at you, seen a timely movie.
I know, right? It's been a minute.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. But first, let's do some crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
It is indeed. So a couple of things I wanted to mention. I didn't mention this for a few weeks because I just wanted to get things off the ground and all that. But if anybody's looking for a short beer suggestion, my girlfriend and I have our own podcast now called Beer Harmony. And we do 10-minute or less episodes where we review one beer. The whole goal is to give you a suggestion on your way to the bottle shop. So if you're undecided, maybe you can listen to one of our shows and be decided.
Ah.
So everything's under 10 minutes, and we give you a little suggestion, a little food pairing idea.
That's perfect. That's like the perfect length of about how long it takes me to get to the store.
Yeah, I figure
exactly.
You hit download while you're still on your Wi-Fi, so you're not charging your data plan. You get in the car, by the time you get to the bottle shop, you're good to go.
Boom.
Yeah, and you get the his and the hers, so if it's something real hoppy that girls tend not to be into, you'll hear her opinion on that, and if she doesn't like it, maybe something that she could substitute out for it, and food pairings and all that good stuff. So nice little quick listen. So check out Beer Harmony, beerharmonyshow.com, and Beer Harmony on all the social medias.
Yes. I listened to it. I highly recommend it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes. As a matter of fact, when I'm going to the store and I'm listening to it, and it's talking about the what's with the guy want to drink, with the girl want to drink. I buy both because my wife don't drink. So
You're drinking for him and her.
Yeah, that's right.
Drink for two.
Yeah, well, I'm a giver.
Yeah, you are. What I really wanted to talk about, though, was Fruhlingsfest.
Yes.
Two of the three gentlemen. Dan and I, as well as Wally.
Wally was there.
From the Booze League. And my lady friend went to Enegren for Fruhlingsfest a couple of weeks back. And, did we have a good time.
Yes, it was fun. Good times had by all.
We definitely partook with many of their offerings. They had tapped the Maibach that day, which was a delicious barrel-aged 7%er. And I had a lot of Schwarzbier, the Nighthawk. Dan had a lot of, what was it, the lightest one?
That's right.
Oh, man, we got well hydrated.
That's right.
We were very hydrated.
Very messed up.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
Yeah, listener Mike showed up, was hanging out with us for a while.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, him and his wife were there. We were talking to them for a while. Dan and I did a log sawing contest.
Show you how a man saws wood.
Yeah, well, we didn't show any man.
No, it was terrible.
I think we got the literal worst time of the day.
Yeah, and there was chicks that competed too, and we just wouldn't know.
But not just chicks, like Brittany, who was on the live show, who is, I don't know, 5'3",
about $1.05.
I was going to say 17 pounds probably. I mean, she's a twig, and then she was partnered up with Michaela, who is a older lady that works at the brewery and not large in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And they fucking worked us.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We did so bad.
I think we took everyone's advice and ended up doing terrible.
I think they were trying to fuck with us.
I think so.
They were giving us all this great advice, and then we do it, and we got annihilated.
Yeah. I think the secret was
don't listen to anybody.
Yeah, just saw that shit.
Yeah, just saw that shit.
No kidding.
Hashtag saw that shit. But it was fun. We got, like I said, we got well hydrated and had a good time. Herman the German was there.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
So their MC was like a German, dude who was conducting the party and singing German songs and drinking songs and stuff. And there's this old 91-year-old man decked out in lederhosen, as was I.
Mm-hmm.
He just kept grabbing the mic from this guy. Like, give me that. And he just starts singing German songs and leading people on chants and stuff.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
I think he was married to Gam Gam from Beer Fest.
I think so. He was great. He was a fucking blast to hang out with and just trash, too. Yeah. That'll be Scott if he ever makes it that old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Now I got something to live for.
Leading everyone in song.
Yeah. And just hammered.
Yeah.
Just every song would be "Thank You, Scott," though.
Grabs the mic. All right, everybody here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can't hear that enough.
No, that's for sure. Had some good German food. One of the best parts of the night was our ride home.
Oh yeah. Apparently,
I don't know if Dan even remembers. So.
I remember part of it.
All right, so
we were goofing around with that guy.
Yeah, we called an Uber, and this is in Moore Park, California. For those of you not familiar, Moore Park's a little bit out of the way, and it was going to be like a 25-minute wait for the Uber guy to get there. And he also didn't want to come. Like, he called, and he's like, how far are you going? So I told him, he's like, all right, I'll be there. It's like, you didn't have to accept the ride, asshat.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we had enough time to go get another beer, which we definitely did not need.
Nope.
And we get in the Uber finally, and the dude's pumping some jazz on the radio.
That's right.
And I think at one point he asked, like, if we wanted to change the channel. Like, Dan, who's in the front seat, adamant was like, no, we're good. We like the jazz. And then just starts talking jazz with the guy.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know anything about jazz?
No.
It was pretty apparent. Like, whatever artist came on, you'd be like, oh, Dirk McGurk over here. I love that guy. Like, I listen to him all the time, And it was funny because you would ask, like, hey, so you like jazz? The guy's like, yeah, I really do. Like, very straight answer, like, I very much like jazz, and jazz is great. And I just, everybody can listen to it. And you'd be like, yeah, man, I'm really digging me some jazz right now. It's my jam. This guy's like, yes, it's great. Yeah, that's my jam, man. I love me that. It was hilarious.
Oh, man.
The girlfriend and I are in the back seat just crying. We are in tears. We are trying not to audibly laugh out loud, but it is so hard because Dan just, the whole ride home, talking about how he digs jazz. Very convincingly, too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel bad sometimes when they put on their jams or whatever, and then they're like, oh, this crowd might not like it.
Yeah.
And change. It's like, no, just you do you.
Jazz is fine. It's not offensive.
Yeah, like, no kidding. I don't want him to put something on, and it's like, hey, treat me right, I'll fuck you all up.
Right.
Did he play that one?
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean to steal your thunder.
No, man, that's cool.
Yeah. He did start to put that on. It was the jazz edition.
The jazz
version.
Kenny G singing that. Yeah, but that was
Bibbidi boobidi bo.
yeah, that was hilarious. Dan had this guy going the entire time. So
well, I always like to talk to the Uber driver, especially when I'm hammered.
yeah,
It's
and
the
you
best.
were quite hammered.
That's right.
I remember talking to you the next morning, and you didn't remember anything.
I didn't know, nothing.
I was like, do you remember I made everybody quesadillas? He's like, we ate last night?
Drunk Dan did.
Yeah, drunk Dan did.
That
but
guy had
sober
at it.
Dan, yeah, sober Dan had no idea.
He was gone. He never stepped out of the Uber car.
Yeah, he's still in Moore Park, still at the brewery. So that was a good time.
He is a shame to the Ubers with his attitude. I don't like that.
Why?
I might have to work. Well, you said at first he had a little bit of an attitude.
Oh, yeah, when he called, he was a little,
That's a disgrace to the uniform. And
Oh, shit.
I'll have to have a talk with him.
You might need to take his badge.
Yeah.
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 So, but that was good times. Dan was a fucking crack.
Never drive sober. It's the first thing I always tell these guys.
Oh, yeah, step 1,
Yeah.
have a beer.
Anyway.
Step 2, don't fart in your car.
That's true.
Oops.
Especially with the heater
I
on.
keep forgetting that.
Yeah, I know. So that was great. So shout out to Enegren for knowing how to throw a fucking party.
Oh, yeah.
John Bird, the master of festivities, and
Hey, man.
for doing it right. There's pictures of us in our lederhosen. Dan did not wear lederhosen.
I did
There's-
not.
There's pictures of me and the lady friend had on her drindle, and John Bird had on like the pimpest outfit ever.
Yeah.
If you're gonna wear a lederhosen, like he did it right. It was like
No
a
kidding.
velvet vest. I mean, that guy was like the godfather of Germany.
He killed it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was great. Guten Tag, everybody.
It was either him or Herman the German that wore it better. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. We need like
Toss-up.
a who wear it better meme or something.
Yeah.
Herman's was a little more like traditional,
Yeah.
but John had that like pimp daddy thing going.
Yeah, I think Herman took his out of the mothballs or something. Like that was legit from Germany. Probably.
Herman's like survived World War II, I think.
Yeah, no, he dropped a couple hints about that. Like, during his singing.
Oh boy,
saying something. Now we're friends and all this crap. I was like, wait, when weren't we?
Yeah.
Like, uh-oh.
And one song was talking about the Fraulines during the war or something like that. You know, all the girls.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like the GIs would come over for the Fraulines.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was one of the songs.
It's right.
Yeah, I might have a video of that. I'll try and post it on social media because I got some video of him being crazy. And
it was awesome.
Herman, like,
yeah.
Life goals, everybody.
Yeah, that's
Life
right.
Goals. Real quickly, I wanted to mention. Hopefully, this doesn't get too nerdy. My stupid, like retarded homebrewing mistake. So I brewed a double nut brown a couple weeks back. It's almost ready. Maybe in a couple shows we can have it on here. And so double nut brown after the Mammoth double nut brown to clone, and I use this thing called a hydrometer to check. It checks the gravity, which is the sugar in the wort, and that's how you can tell like when it's done fermenting. You can also calculate the alcohol based on that. Well, I broke my hydrometer on my last brew, so I bought what's called a refractometer, and instead of like floating in the liquid, it just takes a drop of liquid. Short story is light comes through and like reflects through the sugar, and it gives you a reading of how much sugar is in your wort. So it's the first time using it. Somebody told me it'd be an awesome thing, and it is awesome because instead of needing like 8 ounces of liquid, I literally need a dropper, like an eyedropper full of liquid.
Oh, okay.
Not even full of. And so it's great. I get to use way less beer, waste way less beer. It's easier to keep it clean and sanitized when it's fermenting. Mm-hmm. So it's great. What I didn't know was apparently at one point, once the alcohol gets strong enough, light doesn't go through it properly because the alcohol fucks the bending of light.
Shit, yeah.
And so I thought my ferment had stalled out, like it stopped working. Only like halfway to where I wanted it to be, and I'm freaking out, and I'm calling like the homebrew shop and asking, and I'm texting people, and I'm posting online like an idiot. Somebody finally in one of the Facebook groups was like, "Hey, are you by chance using a refractometer?" I said, "Why, yes, I am." He's like, "Have you done the calculations?"
Oops.
It's like, oh God, how stupid am I? So I went and I Googled it. There's a calculation you have to do, and I had hit my numbers like exact. I wanted to hit, for those who know what the gravity is, I wanted to hit a 1012, and I hit like a 1013. But without the calculations, I thought I was stuck at 1025, which would have meant like my beer was maybe 3% and also very sweet. If that had been true, luckily it wasn't true. But oh my God, I felt so stupid. I deleted my post from Facebook.
Like that never happened.
Yeah.
I was never that noob.
Yeah. What refractometer?
Yeah.
So I haven't, like one guy I was texting, I haven't told him what happened yet. I'm sure I will eventually. So yeah, I'm an idiot.
Way.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. So we'll see how that works out. But that's my dumb homebrew
Relative
story.
idiot, I guess.
Yeah.
Relatively. I mean, I don't know. That I wouldn't have been able to figure that shit out.
Well, thankfully, somebody was not an idiot. I was like, did you do the calculations?
Yeah. That's like
No.
a refractorator?
Yeah. Refractory period?
Yeah.
30 seconds? So anyways, all right, let's move on to some sports talk.
Yay.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
And speaking of cleaninguptheglass.com, got a new post coming up. Or actually, I already posted it, actually.
Yeah, it went out today.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's basically about the playoffs, how, I understand, the first round was pretty exciting. Mm-hmm. Basically what I'm doing is just taking a dump on the playoffs for all the NBA. Just kind of feel like that first round is not really needed. There's 16 teams. Mm-hmm. End all be all, what I'm trying to explain is there should only be 8 teams, and I think the playoffs would be a lot better.
And please, maybe think of a hashtag for me. Can we go back to like 5-game series for the first round?
I mentioned that.
Oh, good.
I mentioned that.
Oh, good. I haven't read it yet, but
because I like upsets.
Yeah, and I hate 7-game first rounders because who wants to watch the worst team in the playoffs just get pummeled for an extra game? Like, what a waste of time.
Yeah, so basically what I said is in the finals, it always ends up being a number 1 through 4 versus a number 1 through 4. So the other teams are just, what are they playing for?
Yeah,
What's
so
the
why
point?
why have 5 through 8?
That's right.
I mean, the Rockets did it in the 90s a couple times, right?
Yeah, well, in the 90s once, and they actually did it in 81 where they lost to the Celtics.
Okay.
And they actually point that out, too.
Oh.
So I'm all over it, man.
You're such a nerd.
And the Warriors did it once.
Did they?
Oh, well, they
were a number 8 seed. They beat the Mavericks.
Yeah,
Who was
then they
number
got
1 seed.
bounced in the next round.
Yeah. That was back with Baron Davis and all those
I mentioned
guys.
that, too. I'm all over
reading.
it, man.
Yeah.
You
know
got it
everything.
covered. You got it covered.
You got it covered.
Mhm. You know who doesn't have it covered?
Oh, here we go.
The Dodger shortstop.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there's a gaping hole in shortstop.
Oh, man.
Corey Seager having Tommy John surgery.
I know.
He's going to come back a pitcher, apparently.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's weird, right? Like, what a
my
weird
God.
injury for a shortstop to have.
Yeah.
Dodgers are so fucked this
I got
year.
that update on Bleacher Report. So he might be back for opening day 2019.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What happened, man?
Yeah, as I was reading the article, like, and they're hopeful he'll return. I'm thinking, like, for October?
Yeah.
They're like, for May. I was like,
What a bunch of dicks.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report, you're
Come
turning
on.
into ESPN a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys love to just step all over us.
Yes.
Don't like it.
Yeah, it's true.
Trolling.
So they're trying to fill that hole, and Dodgers are so screwed. No Turner, Puig in and out, and now Seager gone.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck.
It's the beginning of the end.
Yeah, pretty much. This is not going to be our year. Football talk. Tom Brady was asked about last year and playing, keep playing a few more years, and he said last year sucked.
Basically.
He said last year sucked, but I want to play into my mid-40s.
Mid-40s.
Mid-40s is what he said. Because what is he now, like 41?
I think 41,
something like that. So I guess he's got a few years left in him. Now would be a great time to maybe transition someone as into a starter and have Tom Brady be his mentor or whatever. But luckily for the 49ers, they got the guy who could have done that. I never understood why they got rid of him.
Garoppolo?
Yeah.
They keep doing that, dude.
Right.
And he keeps keep coming out smelling like roses.
Yeah.
So
he looks good. He could have taken over that Tom Brady team. He has a very Tom Brady style of play.
Beware the trades with the Patriots.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah. So, NBA news, speaking of the playoffs, the Indiana mayor banned goaltending for all teams after LeBron got away with a no goaltending call in Game 5.
What doesn't LeBron get away with?
Right, what's next? Like no traveling?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's LeBron. He gets away with murder if he
Pretty
wants
much.
to.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much it for sports.
Yep, that's it.
Let's get on to more important things.
Okay.
Like old-timey word of the week. Fribble.
Fribble.
It's a good-for-nothing fellow.
Fribble?
Yeah.
Fribble.
Yeah, such a fribble. Yeah.
Good for nothing.
Yeah, it's a good for nothing fellow.
Okay.
So, yeah, I kind of liked it. Not as good. What was the other one? Dillberry Maker.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That might be one of my top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So, all right, let's class things up. There's nothing better than a babe with craft beer. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week. Dan's getting up. It is indeed time for Beer Babe of the Week.
Yeah.
Her name is Bree.
And he stood up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it.
And yeah, you can find her on Instagram at the pint-sized traveler. That's with underscores in between. So the underscore pint underscore sized underscore traveler.
Another good play on words.
Yeah, so good job there. If you're drunk, don't even try typing that all
Yeah,
in.
what's with all the
Forget it.
underscores?
Yeah,
Oh my god,
that's hard for old people like me.
man.
Right?
In this picture, she's drinking the Maui Brewing collaboration, 2 Tickets to Paradise, which I've had. It's actually pretty good. And she looks good while drinking.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I'll co-sign that.
Yes. Dan has his stamp of approval on it. So make sure you go give her a follow at the Pint-Sized Traveler with underscores, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, speaking of Dan has a review for us.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the latest moving picture? Let's talk movies for guys.
I'm all ears.
In a couple of weeks, he's going to come in like, I didn't know Avengers was a superhero movie. I thought it was about that old Dodge car.
Infinity War. I thought it was World War III.
That was a news story.
Yeah, so over the weekend I watched Avengers Infinity War. And this is the culmination of all the Marvel superhero movies, basically, man. I mean, this is what you were watching Captain America for, even going back to Iron Man. This is all of it, man. Like, this is the culmination of all the movies. It doesn't disappoint. I gotta say, like, there's a lot of movies that kind of end in a culmination like this. Like, I remember like watching The Matrix, and then I was like, I really liked this first one, and the second one was like, okay, that was okay, but we all just want to get to that third one. And when you got to the third one, I was like, this movie sucks. Like, I was like, I felt completely let down. And I think where Marvel succeeds, where others kind of didn't, is that Marvel, they're fucking smart, dude. Like, they made all these movies. Basically, what you're watching is like a really long series, like TV show series.
Oh, yeah.
And each episode is like, a movie. And you're watching every single one. There's character development. So, like, say, like, when I was watching Matrix Revolutions, I didn't care that the Starship captain died or whatever the fuck. Like, the only ones I cared about were Neo, Morpheus, and Trinity. Those are the only ones that had any sort of development. You know, they could have started the movie, here's my family. I don't care. I don't know who you are. Die. You know what I mean? And it's like...
Be gone.
Yeah, but these, like I said, the Avenger movies, you care about Captain America because he's been in all the movies. If you've been watching him, you care about... You know, Black Panther, because he had his own movie and character development and all that.
Seems a little quick to go from Black Panther like a month and a half ago to the next movie with Black Panther in it.
Yeah, it does.
I'm surprised they didn't spread that out a little bit more.
A little bit. I think they had a deadline, man. Like,
we need the Avengers out by summer.
They did. I mean, I remember seeing a timeline, I think back in 2013, where they said, this is when Infinity War's going to come out, and here's where all the other movies are going to drop. I was like, holy crap, dude, 5 years in advance? Like,
it's almost like all the other movies were a second thought, where the goal was really just Infinity War.
It really was.
Interesting.
It really was. And I got to say, you know, Thanos is, you know, the big bad villain in here. And what this movie is about is he's trying to get, you know, if you've watched any of the other ones, they all kind of, any of the other superhero Marvel movies, they all have this Infinity Stone that seems so important. And you wonder, well, what the hell? And, you know, you don't really get it till you watch this movie. And this movie, it's like you really see, like, you know, Thanos starts collecting some of the stones, man. And, like, you see just why they're trying to keep it out of his possession.
Okay.
Another thing I like about it is a little bit of spoiler alert. Not everyone's gonna make it out of this thing, man. Yeah. I was surprised.
Someone's gonna die.
Someone is going to die. It's going to be a key Marvel character.
Is it a human-based character?
It could be.
Oh,
and if you've seen the movie, you're probably laughing right now because you know who it is. We all know who it is.
I haven't. I'm actually quite a few movies behind.
Oh, okay.
I've seen all the Iron Men, and I haven't seen any of the Captain Americas. I've seen. God, I can't remember. I just happened to see some here and there. Like I think I've seen all the Avenger ones.
Okay,
but yeah, I'm really.
You're
bad
probably
at,
pretty good then.
Yeah, probably. I'm really
right
bad at watching movies though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. But this one is a good one. Like I said, as far as a superhero movie, this one. It really has a lot of like that, you know, I feel like some of the other superhero movies where the bad guy comes in, you never really believe like the bad guy could get away with it. In this one, you start to feel that little bit of like hopelessness bit, and you're thinking, oh shit, how are they going to pull it out? And it succeeds in what it needs to do. You really hate Thanos. You want the Avengers to come and kick his ass. Yeah. And it's good.
Nice. So you drink
you're drinking to this movie with the movie.
So cheers to the movie.
Yeah, I'd say definitely like a I don't want to go crazy. I feel like a prisoner of the moment, but I'll say like maybe like 8.5.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really good, especially for like, you know, a sequel 9 times down the line.
Yeah, no kidding. But I kind of feel like this is what you're waiting for. Like I kind of felt like Black Panther was good. You know, all these other movies were good, but this is the one. It's like
this is the climax.
This is it. This is good. It's a great movie.
The documentary of the movie.
That's right.
Scott really likes that Dodge Avenger.
Yeah, I know, right?
God.
Oh man!
Oh, no. All right. Let's do a little news.
All right,
and then we'll have our bullpen beer in the middle of news, and we'll wrap things up. Extra, extra! Drink all about it. It's time for booze news. It is indeed. Have you guys had the Knee Deep Breaking Bud?
Yes,
IPA. It's really good.
Correct.
Sony. It's been out for years.
Yes.
Sony is now suing Knee Deep Brewing over the Breaking Bud.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you
Breaking
kidding me?
Bad, the show.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a bunch of dicks.
I mean, it's been out for years.
Yeah.
And the owner of the brewery claims that he actually has emails back and forth with the, at the time, I don't remember if it was like the head of Sony or somebody high up in Sony, saying like, hey, you know, we really like this. It's funny. It's a great tribute to the show and whatever. And now they're back. But now they probably realize like we're missing out on money here. Let's backpedal and sue these fuckers.
Well, that's probably what it was. They probably thought, oh, that's cute. They're just making a beer after it and everything. And then now it's like, oh shit, they're making like a whole bunch of money.
Yeah,
it's being like
it's their most popular beer
distributed everywhere.
Exactly.
Let's get a piece of that.
Yeah. So fuck you, Sony.
Correct.
That's really shitty.
And I like that show too, man. But you know, come on, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You guys made enough damn money. You guys need to make more.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Getting angry over here.
Yeah. I hate when that kind of shit happens.
Damn.
Because all kinds of breweries do like tributes and jokes and one-offs of like show name, you know, pop culture references. And the show's not even on anymore.
I know.
Like, who cares? It's like if you made like a Seinfeld beer or somebody get a sue over that, you know? Call it "These Pretzels Are Making Me Thirsty."
No kidding.
That should be a really good beer name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you like a lager and call it "These Pretzels Are Making Me Thirsty"?
That sounds familiar. Like I know it's
I wonder
like
if somebody has that.
yeah, it sounds like I think someone would.
Somebody must.
Right?
It's got it. It's too good not to.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on a T-shirt and see if anybody
There we
contacts
go. See if I get sued over it. Yeah. What else? Oh, we've been talking a lot about weed beer, marijuana beer.
Yes.
And a couple of Florida breweries have been given cease and desist from the federal government to stop making beer
shit.
with weed in it. Yeah. Now, it didn't have any THC, so they thought they were okay. But apparently, they are not okay.
Why not?
Wow.
I'm trying to find out exactly what it's called. It's they were putting in the cannabis terpenes oil.
Oh, the oil.
Yeah, but it had no THC, so you're not getting high. It's strictly for flavor and aroma. It's basically like putting hops in.
Right.
And the government said it has to be tested to be confirmed that there's no THC. So they can use it, but they have to, of course, test and pay the government to test it.
Right.
So it's just a money-making thing from the government.
Those bastards.
Yeah, they can never get enough. So
They just want free beer.
Just like Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm. Sony and the government. They are the devil.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, should we move on to the bullpen?
Sure.
All right,
shall.
let's call up the righty.
He calls to the bullpen for beer.
He does indeed. And this one comes to us compliments of listener Ollie. She thought we should try this one. She knows how we feel about fruity beers, i.e. watermelon sculpin and all the other shitty sculpins, and said, you know what, this is a good one. I think you guys might actually like it. So she sent in Uinta Brewing's Grapefruit Hope Nosh IPA. Hope Nosh is, of course, Uinta's kind of flagship IPA.
Yes.
This is their grapefruit version. This is has a 3.97 on Beer Advocate, which is pretty good. 7.3%. Has 82 IBUs, right up Dan's alley.
That's right.
82 IBUs. So a lot of hops early in the boil, where the first beer we had a lot of hops late in the boil and in dry hopping.
That's right.
It's kind of the opposite of the IPA spectrum.
Wow.
Some sciencey shit right
What
there,
a
right?
trip, man.
From Uinta, they say tangy, juicy, and slightly sweet. This IPA features an aromatic burst of fresh squeezed grapefruit. Somebody get him some medical treatment there. Fresh squeezed white grapefruit, complementing the bold, hop-forward character of the Hope Nosh line. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't get over that burp. You sound like someone from like a movie or something. I'm trying to figure it out. It's like The Predator or something.
So what do you guys think of this one?
I like it. Like it's
Fruit and all?
Yeah, it's pretty fruity.
It smells extremely fruity.
It does. Have you tasted it? Oh, now you have. Just got it. Analysis.
Okay.
Right?
I definitely dig this over Sculpin.
I mean, no, yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like it doesn't taste like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I'm smelling it. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, the aroma on this is like, oh shit, this is going to be a fucking juice bomb, not in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then when I taste it, yeah.
I think as a grapefruit, it kind of helps it too because grapefruit isn't really like a sweet one. It's like not one of the sweeter fruits.
Right. It's not like a fucking mango or pineapple.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
where you
it's not
get like
quite as
overwhelming or whatever. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. I think honestly, it's not that bad for a fruit beer. Had they backed off the grapefruit just a little bit,
the touch,
I actually think it would have been really good. I think they just kind of overdid it, got a little heavy-handed with the grapefruit.
Yep.
But as far as fruit beers are concerned, like this isn't that bad. I'd drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't pour it out at the very least.
No. Nice smooth.
It is smooth. It's got a good mouthfeel to it. It goes down.
Yes.
Easy. Yeah.
Mouthfeel there. I forgot that one, man.
Fancy words.
Fuck.
Fancy words.
Thank
So
you.
this is not too shabby. And more importantly, if you're looking to get drunk, this is not drink like at 7.3%.
No, it doesn't.
This is
it just shocked me right
this
now.
This goes down pretty quick and easy.
I was like, oops.
Yeah.
Or slow down over here. Dang.
Mm-hmm. All right, so thank you, listener Ollie.
Yes.
This is not too shabby. You know, I really like what Uinta's doing. You brought in Uinta's from listener Eva maybe a year ago or so.
Perhaps.
And that was the first time I'd ever had Uinta. And
correct.
And ever since then, whenever I see them, I try them because they tend to do really good work.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
Yeah, cheers to Uinta, cheers to listener Ollie. And if you guys want to send us some beer, please please get in touch with us. theunfilteredgentleman@gmail.com or all of our social medias. We love free beer.
We do.
Yeah. And if you think it's gross, well, we'll see if Scott will pour it out.
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, send it all.
Yeah, we like science. All right, back to news. we've been talking about all the trouble that Green Flash has been in financially. You know, they got foreclosed on and everything else. And a couple weeks back, New Realm Brewing bought all of Green Flash's brewing equipment from the Virginia facility, but just the brewing equipment. Well, a few days ago, New Realm also leased the facility itself.
Oh.
So they now own Green Flash's Virginia brewing equipment, as well as they have leased the location.
New Realm,
which is a very young, up-and-coming brewery.
Very aggressive one.
Yeah, apparently. they must have some good financial backers.
Yeah.
Because they kind of came out RKO out of nowhere. And all of a sudden they're buying up these big places like Green Flash's old place and all that good stuff. So, and finally, in booze news, Laura Bell, the CEO of Bell's Brewery, we've had Bell's on the show once or twice, is stepping away as CEO. She wants to focus on more personal projects and passion projects and stuff like that. She swears they're not going to sell, they're not being sold, they're staying family-owned, and she's staying on as part of the board, but just doesn't want to be CEO anymore. It's interesting. They're the 7th largest brewery in the U.S., craft brewery. And I think it was last year when Bell's Two Hearted Ale got named as the best ale in the country over Pliny.
Fuck.
Yeah, so they're doing good things. Their distribution is really good. Like, you can see them out here in Southern California all the time now.
I'm embarrassed to say I don't think I've ever had them.
I think we had them once on the show.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Now I remember.
Yeah, I bet you, yeah. But, I mean, to be honest, it was like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
I could probably look up in the archives and see which one it was, but I'm fairly certain. I know I've had the Two Hearted Ale. I've also had one that they put out called Oberian, which is really good. It was on sale at Bevmo. Can't believe I remember the name of it. It was on sale at Bevmo for like $1 a beer. It was like a 6-pack for... No, it was less. It's like a 6-pack for like $4.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, who cares what it tastes like?
Yeah, no kidding.
But it ended up being really good. And then I went back to Bevmo and I bought the rest of their sale. It was really good.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, it's weird that she's stepping down, but hopefully it means good things.
That's a good price, man.
Right?
Can't find that.
No. You fucking can't beat that with a stick.
Nope.
So
last time I got a deal like that, it was not a good deal. It was an experimental jungle juice by Budweiser or something like that. And it was called Core.
Core?
Yeah, my buddy got like 4 of them, 4 or 5 for $1. And I was like, he's like, let's try them. I'm like, okay. And it was a long time ago. And and I drank one. I'm like, that was terrible. But you have a lot of them, so we have to drink them. And I don't remember drinking the second one. I woke up and I felt like a car hit me. And my buddy apparently puked all the way home.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, we both woke up terrible. Oh my God, we'll never do that again. We threw the rest of them away. And I know it was alcohol, but God, it was deadly alcohol.
So you would pour it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was experimental, dude. I'd never seen it in stores. I don't know where he found them. He said that was someone was selling them out of the back of a car. Or something
there you go.
So it's he never found them.
It's quote unquote Budweiser.
I think that was that was the scoop. They said, man, you guys are killing people.
Home brewed. Here you go. Try this.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Budweiser, dude.
Yeah, they'll kill you.
Why is that guy over there pissing in a bottle?
Yeah. That's Corona. How dare you? I found it back in July of 2017. We had Bell's Smitten, which is a golden rye pale ale. It's got a dandelion on the bottle.
I remember Smitten.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was really good. I like what they're doing. So, here's another smitten.
Spitting
and smitten. So, all right. I think that's it. That's all for news. That's all for everything. Thank you guys for joining. Like I said, don't forget to check out the interview from last week if you haven't checked it out as of yet. Eric Garcia from Eagle Rock Brewery, quite the nerd in the best way possible. Next week, I have a movie review. I'm going to go see Super Troopers.
Oh, shit.
Well, I saw it, but, so I'll be talking about that. We got some good stuff. We got some Elgin Baylor facts from listener Elvia she sent in, and lots of good stuff on next week's show. Don't forget to find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com. Just follow us on social media. We post all the pictures, the beer we're drinking, some behind-the-scenes pictures, all that good stuff at The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter is at Unfiltered Gents. Our number to call if you want to drunk dial us is 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. I think that's everything.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Everybody make sure you're staying hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.